All right, Ubisoft next on our E3 wrap-up. What is our opinion of the Ubisoft conference? Joe's dancing.
The thing is, the panda can dance.
You're right.
He has
that
some
motherfucker
moves.
can dance.
Yeah.
And you know
That is
what?
our opinion.
I love band music. And everybody gives Ubisoft shit for Just Dance. I'm tired of it. I love it, man. I love this music. I don't love the game. I don't play the game because I think it's bullshit. All you're doing, you can fucking cheat at the game. Whatever. I guess you can't cheat at the game, but you know what I mean? I love dancing. I love moving, you know, and so when that shit is up on the screen, you know, I'm dancing, I'm having a good time.
It's a good presentation.
It's good, and people are flipping on the streets and fucking it's live. I mean, they're literally dancing. So some homeless person, you know, in LA could come up and be like, "Hey, motherfuckers, give me money," because these guys look like they got money. Trust me, I mean, they're all dressed up. So and luckily nobody came and interrupted, and no fucking Lamborghini slammed into somebody or something. So you know, because it's LA. You know, so you got, you know, LA is crazy, man. I'm driving through it, and like there's like a homeless area, and then right next door is like the richest fucking area I've ever seen. And I'm like, they're literally across the street from each other. It's crazy when you drive block by block over there. Anyways, so dancing on the streets, they come inside, Just Dance, gotta do it every year, and good on you, Ubisoft. It really starts the show off right, gets you in the mood. Though your presenters were kind of fucking it up. They're like,
Thank you for joining us here in the theater and on online at home. All right, everybody at home, are you ready? Yes. We're just gonna assume that they're ready.
Well, if you're ready for the biggest show in gaming, then let's start the show.
Let's do it!
Let's do it!
And I know it's kind of nerve-wracking to be, you know, in that kind of stuff, but you got to go with people who have done it before, I guess, or just better practice. Because some of the pre-Ubisoft show was a little cringy. And Ubisoft, what I like is they embrace the cringe. There was no Aisha Taylor in this time, if that's her name. I think I got her name right. Aisha Tyler.
Yes.
And I liked her, but this one was mainly just let's let the developers talk about their games. Let's let the developers do their own cringe stuff.
And I appreciate that.
And I appreciated it. So after Just Dance was one of my top games. I'll tell you where it is on the list. It's number 3 on my number 15 games that I'm most excited about after E3. I'm gonna have to put this up on Twitter or something. Oh, I think the screen is a little crooked, so I'll have to adjust that. But anyway, so it's number 3. That's how high this thing has gotten. And what did you guys think of Beyond Good and Evil 2?
I didn't see enough. I mean, I get the concept, and I understand.
Did you watch the mother thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
There was not enough. They
You're
showed a
right.
few
You're
areas.
actually right.
Yeah,
And
from
I
that
mean,
you
let me
can't really
put it
grab.
into perspective. I'm sorry.
Oh, from what they showed, you can't really see, but I actually saw some footage. I really hope this is gameplay and everything that they promise.
Yeah, Joe's the one that showed me
It
that
looks
footage that I've been telling people
amazing.
about. It's a gameplay video, and you can look it up. In fact, I'll drop the link in the description. You can look up. It's the 2017 E3 behind closed doors demo kind of stuff. Except for there's not a big crowd watching it, a press. It's just the dude with the controller, and he's playing it for you. And I don't know how they got that and why they put it up. And then they showed so fucking little of that impressive stuff in this one of the actual gameplay. It was more like a directed trailer again, and it was, you know, showing off.
It was very on rails.
Yeah, they do this huge ship that swallows up your ship. You get boarded. It's revealed to be Jade from the first game. What?
It's a prequel.
I don't know who Jade is. Do you know who Jade is? We do.
But
So
it looked cool.
the game is so old by now that the people who you're appealing to now with Beyond Good and Evil 2 is a much wider segment of audience than people who played the first and know the story of the first and know who Jade is and gives a shit about that. So for the rest of us, we're like, okay, are we supposed to know who that is? Are you gonna explain? Smash to black. Okay, never mind. And then they come up on stage, and these developers are awesome. They're excited about the game, and they should be excited about the game because I'm just as excited because I've seen what they've seen. But nobody out there has seen what they've seen.
Dude.
And they didn't show it off right.
They
And so
didn't show like anything off, and then they also did a developer interview later, and they're like, "Oh, the beta will be like late 2019," and I'm like, "I don't care right now." Then
late 2019, holy
Yeah.
fuck! So this
Talking
is
like
2020.
it's really far away.
But I understand why it's 2020. If you guys see this, it's fucking essentially Star Citizen, you know, in scope with the story and with the creative characters. But they did this hit record thing where like you'll be able, creators can submit stuff into the game, and Joseph Gordon, you know,
Yes.
Joe, a fellow Joe was up there explaining how passionate he was about this, and I think it's the coolest idea. But they fucked up, and they said, and you know, because everybody's like, so you want us to do this for free? You want to take a, and actually, right? And he didn't. And later on Twitter, he apologized and said, "You guys are right. Like our script got shortened, and it's totally on me that I didn't bring up that we love fairly compensating people, paying them for their work. So you will get paid for anything that you submit that they accept." Okay. So but that wasn't anywhere in the press conference. No. So artists and creators in the audience are like, man, fuck off.
Like,
you know?
artists, come show us your work and we'll use it in the game. See you guys later.
Yeah. Exactly. Wait a minute. You want us to make this game for you? It just came off wrong. And poor Joe, you know, Joseph, you know, so but he corrected it on Twitter, and so know that now that they are planning to pay people. And the game is a cooperative game, which I didn't realize that. So I would have been happy just the way it is, but this shit is cooperative, Joe. We could play this shit together in this fucking open universe. Yep. An open universe.
You can customize your crew.
Yeah, and shit like that. So 2020 probably.
It's late. Yeah.
And then right as they ended that, they had the hot mics on. That's when you confused it for the other conference. They were like, "We nailed it," and that was a cute moment.
There's a few issues with their mics during this conference.
Yeah.
It was nice.
It was cute the first time.
You could tell she was nervous. She's like, okay, we nailed it.
Good
job.
Yeah, I liked it a lot.
Good.
But I'm gonna be 100% honest with you, Ubisoft. You didn't nail it. You did nail it in the sense that you didn't fuck it up, and you gave us sort of an average sort of reveal. You didn't. Nailing it for me would have been showing what we saw, and really convincing people of why they should be excited on Beyond Good and Evil 2. And right now, I don't think people are looking at Beyond Good and Evil 2 the same way they're looking at Cyberpunk and Red Dead.
Oh,
they're just not
close.
when they need to be. That's how serious I am about this game and how cool it will be.
As someone who hasn't seen what you've seen, like that wasn't in the conference, all I've got is what they've shown me.
Yeah.
And I just...
You're going to be blown away. After this video, we're going to fucking show you
while we eat. You get what I'm saying. I'm like,
yeah,
right
exactly,
now. Yep.
Exactly. So that's why I say they didn't exactly nail it, and they need to do a better job next year. And I think since it's so far away, maybe they're saving it for next year. Anyway, moving on, Rainbow Six Siege. 35 million people still play this game. It's a badass game. I liked it when it came out. It's somewhat improved since then. And then they showed off a documentary on esports. Many people in the crowd just rolled their eyes, but I like these kinds of things because it really expands gaming into multimedia and kind of mainstreams our hobby, and shows that you can get serious at playing these things and just foster a really cool community. And that's what he was basically saying. Hey, we got a really cool community. We got more content coming, and then play the game. So if I had more time, I'd be playing Rainbow Six Siege because I think it's a good game. Then after that, a dude crashed into a podium.
Yeah, he did crash into a podium.
Before he rode in.
Oh, he rode in on a Evel Knievel looking bike. He's being silly. Did you know that he's the Prime Minister of what was it, the Netherlands or something like that?
Hello, I'm Antti Ilvasjo, Creative Director of Trials and also Prime Minister of Finland.
The Prime Minister, and he can make that claim, and all the Americans are like, wait, is he really?
I bet everybody's like Googling.
The Prime Minister of something. No, he's not, but he's so fucking adorable I want him to be. Because he's a fucking cool ass guy, having fun. That's the kind of shit I like to see from developers because I'm so wild and wacky and crazy. And to know that there's another guy that's wild and wacky and crazy who's a fucking businessman who knows how to put together a project, who knows how to develop a project. And
wanted to let loose.
Yeah, he just fucking let loose. He's having a great time. So I think that's so freaking cool. And so they showed off Trials Rising, and it looked good. What do you think about Trials Rising, Del?
Is it gonna be better than?
Is your name Del?
Wait.
I'm just
Yeah,
playing.
is it?
Is it gonna be better than that game we played? Because the physics on that was amazing.
Oh, motocross, Red Bull, energy thing, right? It's gonna be way better than that, Joe. We're actually gonna be able to do a flip, and we'll actually be able to.
That's all I want. All I wanted to do.
We'll actually be able to hold on to a bike.
flip.
Look up our video of that. It's so funny.
So you're telling me if you could do a flip of motocross, that'd be 10 out of 10?
Yes.
I'll put the link in the
You know
description.
how hard I tried.
So, what do you think?
I can understand it's cool. I like the idea of people making maps, creating maps and everything. But again, it's another one of those things that, like you said with like Smash,
It's a
it's
good
not
stream
my
game.
thing.
It's a good stream game though.
Yeah.
And they what was cool is they brought a YouTuber into the fold. He only has like 8,000 subs, maybe
Yeah,
10,000 subs,
lot.
up on the big stage and really creating and helping this game make better because he was making a lot of tutorials on how to teach people how to play the game. And for them to like mention him and bring and do all that stuff, I think that's really cool. And it shows the kind of company Ubisoft is. And I talk so much shit about Ubisoft games, and I also praise Ubisoft games when they're good, and I praise their conferences when they're good, and they are cordial with me. They keep bringing me back. They're not one of those companies like Activision, which completely shuts you out the second you say something bad about Call of Duty or something like that. And they keep bringing you back, and it's fucking awesome. I love Ubisoft, so I'll let you guys know that up front. But I also hate Ubisoft sometimes.
They've got this. Jim Sterling did a video where it called Ubification, where they've got the thing I think we hate is that they've gone to the point where it's like checks and balances. Every year another Assassin's Creed, every year another game, and it's just we love what they do for people, but the games are just again and again.
I think they're creating enough new IPs mixing in with the old IPs, so I would disagree a little bit with Jim on that. And then here we go with Jim is right, the Division 2. Right, so we got the Division 2, and it was at the Microsoft conference, but and there wasn't much on it right here. They did this big old long kind of boring trailer, but let's talk about the game here because we didn't talk about it there. So, what is your opinion as a Division player who
I've
played
played
it
a lot
more than I have? And who really helped my review be a lot better with the meta stuff and the nitty-gritty. What do you think of the Division 2?
Division, when it came out, was handled by, I believe, Massive Entertainment. It might be Red Storm, but case in point, they took the original team off that screwed it up and put a new team on that has made it a lot better in the state that it is right now on PC. It's really good right now. It's enjoyable. There's content. It feels good. It's what it should have been when it came out. And so with Division 2, I'm hoping that because it's the same company that has fixed the Division 1, that Division 2 will have no more loot issues, the balancing will be better, and it'll be what we should have gotten with the first Division, but in a second game.
I didn't even realize there was a company change or anything.
There was
like
a developer change.
That makes me more interested because you're getting new and fresh ideas in there.
More beanies?
They were doing
I didn't say. You know what, Joe? I don't think we're getting beanies. It sucks, man. Because we're in the fucking jungle. It's not a jungle. It was a fake little zoo thing in Washington, and so maybe we'll get beanies. I don't know.
Is it going to be the return of the walnut pom pom bean?
Yeah, I know. I hope so.
But I'm excited for it, and if they improve the systems, even if they don't redo their entire game, if they improve how combat feels, they improve the bullet sponge, which you saw where armor was being blown off.
Yeah, no, that is an improvement where armor's being blown off and it doesn't look like your bullets are just being absorbed. Bullet sponges is a legitimate game mechanic. We like to say that in a negative way and people use it in a negative connotation, but every game has that to a certain extent. And you just got to do it in the right way. And I've got my hands on it. I've actually played it. Hopefully I'm playing footage for you right now of me playing it. And I felt the guns were great. The guns felt good. So I'm sort of tapping into what you were noticing on some of the improvements. And it was interesting. The enemies were using smart tactics. It didn't feel so narrow because a lot of the Division you were fighting in narrow fucking streets and that kind of limited the way the combat could work. Here it's out in the open. There's constant flanking maneuvers. I'm having to use coordination with my team members to get the fuck around these guys and don't let them outflank us. And so it was a great gaming moment. We were fighting around the downed Air Force One and we were looking for fucking loot. So it's still the loot. It's a loot fucking quest. So, find all the coolest guns and
So that's the one thing they've improved with the original Division is loot is really easy to come by now. and you can buy specific things you want, and it feels good to get gear now in that game.
And they did an emphasis on, you get the specialization when you hit the max level. You can go into these different specializations, which is pretty cool. They gave me a little fucking patch because I completed the game in one. I think my specialization was fucking hell.
Nice. Fucking hell.
Sweet.
Demolition, crossbow, or sniper
Fucking
rifle.
hell. Rage.
Crossbow.
So
guy.
you were scout or recon or whatever.
Recon, yeah.
There's something like
Where
that.
did I leave that? Oh no, I was wrong. It's survivalist.
You got survivalist.
Survivalist, yeah.
Yeah, and you got a cool little armband thing too. Are you gonna join the Tom Clancy's The Division? Did you notice they were doing that too? Every time they said The Division, they were like Tom Clancy's The Division.
Survivalist is what it was. So I'm an expert survivalist, even though I didn't know what the fuck I was. Well, I just hit the freaking level. So, and it like I said, the gunplay felt good. It was interesting. Still bullet sponges, but basically, I'm gonna be honest though. It does feel like a reskin.
Yeah.
It's not an evolution. It's not a jump forward. It feels like Destiny 2 from Destiny 1, where they didn't fuck things up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In the sense they went backwards. They went forwards.
Yeah. I hope that Division fixes everything that people, because most people didn't go back to that game.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping that the way
Division 2 is when we'll go.
Division
When
is
we'll
where
go
it is
back.
right
Those
now.
are going to be the
Sorry,
same
Tom
people that
Clancy,
go
the
into
Division
2. It's like, oh, this is way better. It's like, well, if you go back, everything's fixed.
I don't fucking want to do that. I want to go forward. You and me always go forward.
Yeah.
And so 8-player raids, they talked about in Division 2. That sounds cool. More endgame stuff. They try to put a lot of emphasis on that. Then they showed this roadmap of DLC being free. And they're already planning a lot of DLC. And when you see all that, you're like, oh, fuck you assholes. But they said it's all free. So you're like, oh, fuck you awesome guys. You know what I mean? So
if they don't cut from the launch game to make DLC like a lot of companies do, it'll be good.
We'll see.
Last thing we want.
Then they went to
cut.
Donkey Kong expansion. They had more music. Joe, what did you think about this
the
one?
presentation on this one.
Okay.
The live music, and then you see the gameplay in the back. That's
Yeah, they
pretty
were
cool.
playing the
As
music
opposed-
from the trailer.
As opposed to the guy
Staring at one guy.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing. They should have had some playing in the back.
Yeah, so they were promoting the Donkey Kong expansion for Rabbids, and I thought it was cool, man. I love XCOM. I love that kind of game. So we'll check it out on stream. Then we go to
This is gonna be an epic game.
Skull and Bones.
This is one of my top games.
Pirates.
Yep.
This is the game. This is the way it should have been. You could customize your ships.
Oh, Sea of Thieves.
Oh, yeah.
Sea of Thieves.
Customize your ships. Customize everything. The battle on it feels amazing. It looks great.
It does look really cool. Fucking shrapnel going off everywhere. Your crew moving around realistically, singing songs, cooperating against much larger ships.
And then
Weather.
betraying each other.
Betraying
You can do it
each
too.
other, taking each other's loot, customizing the thing. So all my worries about, are we going to be able to customize? Can we do our own flags? That's all gone. Yes, you could do all that. So that's why our hype level has gone, exponentially upwards.
It looks just like an RPG
looks
or
really cool.
MMO where you have classes and specializations, but
Yeah.
with pirate ships,
Right.
which is cool. That's what we've
And
wanted.
the dude was like, you're going to steal every fucking coin.
And you're gonna steal every last fucking coin.
And I was like,
So-
oh, that's kind of unnecessary. And Joe's like, yeah!
It's necessary. Plunder.
It's a shared world in this thing called the Hunting Grounds. And it's honestly what Sea of Thieves should have been. Now, during the presentation, I don't know if this was just a stream we were watching, but it had a lot of audio issues.
I didn't have any
Unfortunately, it
issues.
kind
Very
of
muffled.
took away the sound was muffled, at least on the thing that we were watching. But what I got from it is, and I saw your captain walking around on land.
Shit.
Now,
On
are you going to
land,
be
yeah.
walking around? No. I'm going to dispel that now. You're not going to be walking around on land. You're not going to be like pull up to a land, get out, and walk around. No. I think it's probably just...
Customize and stuff like that.
Yes, it's probably just when you're walking around the pirate hub to customize your ship and talk to different NPCs and that kind of stuff.
Yep.
And just in that area from what we saw in that trailer. So don't expect that. This is a game that's on the sea, okay? This is about seamen. There's going to be plenty of seamen all over the place. You're not
Get
going
ready
to
for
leave.
it.
Get ready for it. all over. All right. So it's and what I got from it to close this out is this kind of to me looks like Destiny with all its loot and its rarities and legendary this and rare that, and we'll see. So hopefully they don't go crazy with microtransactions or something like. Don't say that shit.
No,
It'll be a massive
don't
betrayal
you
of the
ruin my game
Inquisition.
I've been waiting for.
I know, and the developers were so excited to meet us, and meet you, and they gave you a shirt, and they were like, "Bring Joe next time," and all that stuff. So, anyways, and they got boarding.
Yes.
That was pretty cool.
Yep.
But it's just a cutscene.
It's like an auto-resolve thing.
So we do have to talk about the negatives that we saw from there.
It's in there.
Oh,
At
Joe's
least it's
still
in there,
happy.
Okay? At least it's in there.
And finally, this is how you do the Let's Play. The kind of style where they're playing and there's a narrator talking about what it is. It's not just like, "Hey, Johnny 578, are you having fun? Yeah, I was totally drinking grog with my buddies earlier. Let's go fucking pirate, mate." They don't do this.
They weren't doing. They did it in The Division though.
This fake having fun, right? So, and the only other thing I can say about Skull and Bones is I don't really see the point of a smaller ship, though. Why would I ever pilot the fucking smaller ship? Did you notice he's the first one to get killed in the fucking
Well, I mean,
demo?
he probably has things like he can stay behind the ship where there are no guns, and he just like.
Yeah, but he was the first one to die. So
Well,
he's
I
dying
mean,
a lot.
he did it. He died on purpose.
We'll see.
Yeah.
All right, so that's it for that. And then they go on to Transference. Joe, did you do you like Elijah Wood?
Yes, I do.
You do? What'd you think of his game?
I have no idea what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. It's an FPS. That's
It's
all
like
I
a
got from
mixture.
it.
But
Does,
yeah, I saw
does it
I
give
was
you
like-
Quantum Break feeling where it's mixturing live action
I was
with
like, is
video
it like
game?
a horror, maybe? It's like,
Yeah, I think
Dad,
it's-
what are you doing? What? I don't know.
It's a normal game, but I think there's gonna be a VR version. If there's a VR version, it's gonna be the best way to play it because it just seemed like
Yeah.
the guy's face is in your face, and then you're like exploring this digital version of the world, and then there's a digital monster that's maybe chasing you. But the thing, and then it's like, "Why are you doing this to me, Dad?" And he's like, yeah, I love you, son," kind of thing. Transference, and we'll all be together soon. Do you think that he's transferring his son into a digital world where the family can be all together, or is he
Together
transferring
forever.
his son's essence into him and he's an evil guy and he'll live on forever? What do you think it is?
Wasn't there like a movie where that dude transferred into a digital world and became evil and tried to get everyone else to
Johnny
transfer
Depp.
into the world?
Lawnmower Man?
No,
Johnny Depp,
no. You know,
Transcendent or something
it's
like
Transcendence.
Oh
I
my
think it was Transcendence.
God, that
was
film
the name
was
of the
so
movie.
fucking awful.
That's exactly what I got vibe-wise from this. Is that they're doing
no,
the same
I don't
sort
think
of
so. I
thing.
think it's a more personal story of family. So I'm interested in
Hopefully.
it. But can little digital blocks of the shadow guy be scary to you, Joe? Does that guy scare
Maybe he
you when he
pops
comes
up.
up?
If he pops up when I'm not expecting it, I'm
Alright.
opening the door. He's like, "Boo!"
Yeah, I don't
Jump
think
scares.
he'd be like, I don't think it'd be boo.
You might
All right, anyway, so then we go to Starlink. Starlink again. So I got my hands on the game. I played it. It's fun for what it is. It's a simplistic game. It's a little like kind of Star Fox feeling to it, which is funny because they right there on the stage they brought Star Fox in there and they had Miyamoto. He was so happy. Look at the guy.
He loves what he does.
Look at the fucking guy when they present him the toy of his.
So I know you were coming today, so I came with a gift. You know, it's the first prototype of the vessel that we such saw. Do you like it? Super. So thank you very much. So it is actually a vessel that has been created by the team, and they would be so happy to see you backstage. So let's go and join them. Thank you.
Look, just his
Biggest
face.
smile.
You just want to be like, I love this man. I will protect this man. And if somebody tried to shoot a bullet, I'd be like, no. You gotta protect this motherfucker because he's so fucking cool. And But it wasn't about him. They're just adding Star Fox in there. It was about, you know, the game. They went into sort of a depth on it. Like I said, I played it. You got these little fucking toys that you attach onto the controller. Did they do anything? No. But the game does detect when you're adding a machine gun. You want to add a machine gun? Buy the machine gun and put the machine gun here. You want to put a different hole with this? You put another hole with this. Wow! You don't need to. No, you don't hope. You don't need to buy the toy. You think that if I buy a $40 game or whatever price it's going to be, I hope it's reduced to 40 because you're right in the sense that you're going to buy other things to enhance it. Yeah. But if you're going to spend 40. If they do 60, now you're making, you're going to pay for that Star Fox license? Is that what you're doing over there? Anyways, but you think you buy that game and you hit the button and it's a black screen? Please insert toys. No. There's no way for, no.
$74.99.
What do you get?
The starter edition is $74.99.
Because it probably comes with the fucking toys, dude.
Let's see, what's the fucking, that's the only one you
can buy. And that's a fucking deal. $15 for a fucking toy, but the game's probably $40 and it's more like $30 for the toy or something like that. Yeah, so it comes with a big fucking toy. A multiple piece toy with a pilot, dude. Yes, that thing will cost you at least $25 in the store. So you do 75 minus 25, the game is $50.
I'm still checked out of it.
Whatever. I want to play with toys again. I'm just a big fucking man, baby, all right? Yeah. So let me play with my toys.
Well, you can at least acknowledge how that's predatory business.
It's not predatory business. Totally it's Spyro thing predatory business. Is the fucking Amiibos predatory business? No, it's not.
The Amiibos are predatory.
So is my fucking Street Fighter the miniatures game predatory?
No, because you're not selling it as a base thing without it. The whole game revolves around that.
The base game has
it's all
it in
physical.
It. The base game comes with the fucking toy.
It's all physical.
Oh, whatever.
You
anyways,
buy a game and then
but I like that. I like that Del hates it, and I like it because I want diverse opinions here on the Angry Joe Show. We don't want to just tell you how to feel. Interjecting again. I interjected for the Nintendo video, but we're doing our job here. I like to give you guys the best, most accurate information. I asked Ubisoft. They said it's all digital. You don't need to purchase all the different toys. When you do purchase the toys, you're just getting additional interactions with the game, and it adds to the experience. But you can get that stuff in the game. So, point proven. Del was wrong in this instance, about predatory business practices. It has nothing to do with that. This is just, you could get it in-game, or you can add to it with toys. Basically like Amiibos. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's it. That's the information there. All right, it's just my inner child that want me to play with the toys. Anyways, so moving on, For Honor will be continued to be supported. You're gonna get it for free until June 18th. Sorry I didn't put up this video sooner because that's over with. But For Honor Marching Fire expansion is gonna bring who?
Chinese.
The Chinese faction is coming in. Wushu, Wu Clan, Wu-Tang Clan.
Where are they Chinese?
Yeah, Wu-Tang Clan is coming in here, yeah. So I will definitely jump back into this. I rarely go back to games for DLC. Oh no! Del's face.
So here's the thing, and it's what everybody has said. The game's pretty much dead. There's a reason they were giving it out for free. Oh. There's a whole reason, and everyone I've talked to that played it said, nope, I'm not going back. I'd wait for For Honor 2.
What?
They need to relaunch,
This is one that I do want to try a new faction because I actually enjoyed For Honor a lot more than a lot of different people. Yep. So, whereas, Sea of Thieves had barely any content in it, and it was the repetitive bullshit. And For Honor, in the same way, kind of lacked content, but at least it was more enjoyable and a more full game in my experience.
Minus the netcode problems and stuff.
Well, I didn't run into any of that as much as you guys ran into it. I got a little bit of it, but not that. But because they're adding a new mode, Castle Sieging, which probably should have been there from the very beginning. Yeah. I mean, there was sort of a Castle Siege, but it wasn't like elaborate point-to-point stuff. And a new faction. I'm gonna play it again, and I'm gonna force you to play with me.
The thing is like there is not enough of a player base anymore, and I'm hoping.
And I'm hoping that this will bring the player base back, and we'll see. So,
It'd be a free-for-all, all three of us.
Do it right the first time. Didn't apply to Sea of Thieves. Do it right the first time. Applied to For Honor, but they could have done much better. And now they're adding new content, so I'm gonna come back to it. And only 2 more things here. So then they had The Crew, which is coming out so very soon. It comes out like tomorrow or something for us.
Something
by
like
the time
yeah.
you see this video. There's an open beta right now, and it comes out June 20-something, 29th, 22nd. It's coming out real soon. So it's a racing game. What do you guys think? So the first Crew, what I really liked about it was the exploding, engines, and you can see all the details. Yeah. And honestly, I haven't looked at all the media again to see if that's still in there, or if they said, nah, we'll not go into that detail. But hey, you got planes, you got this, you got this, you got this. So we'll play it. We'll play it.
That's definitely worth the stream.
It'll be
definitely
cool,
worth
like,
the stream. Maybe possibly
stuff,
a review. But I'm surprised that The Crew 2 was a thing, because I thought Crew came out and it didn't really do well. And I was one that I was hoping that there was a Crew 2. But from what they've shown off, it wasn't kind of what I was hoping for, the granular detail in the cars and the pieces that you're customizing and all that stuff. They've really mainly been focusing on, the world flips and you can do this and you can do that. And
it's like a stunt simulator.
It's Inception. Yeah. I meant, stunt stuff and you're doing all this. And then you can convert from the plane. And I've played it, and it actually is fun. You can convert from the plane to the car, and the car slams down, and then you go to the plane. And it's fucking crazy. It's crazy. So
it could be cool, yeah.
I'll play it. And then they end the conference with Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
I hear the sigh already.
It's
You're not digging it.
I reviewed, so you didn't get to play Origins as much as I did and went through it and stuff. And Origins on the outside was visually impressive, but it suffered from a lot of internal problems, and a lot of it, the world was really fucking empty. The quests and stuff, the people's faces were like, oh my, you have to save my son. And it was just shallow and pedantic through most of it.
Notice that.
And here's the thing is, so they say they've been developing this for a long time. I saw so many reused fucking assets in the trailer from Origins. Yes, a lot of the stuff was retextured, not the models. The models were brand new, but a lot of the environment stuff and a lot of the building pieces and stuff were definitely reused.
I can kind of see that, but not to the extent that you're making it out to be. It's definitely easier for them to go to Greece from the Egypt than it is for them to go to Japan, like me and Joe were talking about, or some other time period. But I don't think that it's derivative. I don't think that it's lazy, because now you said I didn't play Origins, but motherfucker, you didn't play Odyssey, and I've played Odyssey, and I got my hands on it. And I'm telling you, dude, the combat is much improved. They add the Spartan flavor in there, and it is so much fun. They have this beach battle where you've got a bunch of fucking, Spartans coming in, and you're doing battle, and you're fighting lieutenants and stuff, and it was awesome. It felt great. And they're moving away from what makes Assassin's Creed, and people are complaining about it, but I'm rejoicing because it's the ninth Assassin's Creed.
Back.
Yeah. And guess what? No, hold on. Let me finish. Let me finish.
All right.
Okay, what was your favorite part of Assassin's Creed Black Flag, Joe? What made us excited about that? The fucking ship combat. And the Skull and Bones, almost a whole game made of that. Well, guess what? They're bringing back ships into Assassin's Creed Odyssey. You're on a trireme, Joe, and you can hire crew. It's not this. The focus is on that because there's islands over here in the Mediterranean, and so that's incorporated a lot more. Yes, there are elements that are almost exactly like Origins, like the fucking eagle. That make no sense, but it's a good way to scout the entire world. I took off on the eagle, and I was like, oh my god, this is so amazing. And then there was a fucking lion. The lion came up and started biting me in fucking trees, and I was hitting it with my Spartan sword. I was like, it was Origins. It was awesome, a good
step in the right direction.
It's more RPG-like than ever. There's dialogue choices now, and I think branching paths.
That'd be good.
This is fucking crazy.
They got a chance to impress me.
I opened up the inventory, and the fucking armors are so badass of this age. Like, I'm not that. I think the Spartans are cooler looking than Egyptians. I'm into Egyptians, but I don't know why I never jumped into to Origins because I can think it was because of the stuff that you told me about it, but I was impressed by the graphics, and I was impressed by some of the things that they were doing in that game. And now they've refined it and made it even better in Odyssey. So now is the time to jump in, and I'm so happy. I was so mad initially at Ubisoft for not doing Japan, but now I'm like, wow, I was wrong on this one.
And it's okay because we have a placeholder though.
We have Ghost of Tsushima. Yep. Ghost of Tsushima was gonna be better in all ways than Assassin's Creed Japan. So, now I don't even want Assassin's Creed Japan. I'm like, I want Spartans, and that's what we get here.
I'm only hoping that they learned from their DRM thing too. So when I was playing the early version of the game, I was getting like 90 to 120 FPS. I shit you not, there was a day one patch that was like 12 megabytes, dropped me down to 20 FPS, used 99% of my processor. Everyone on PC was having this issue. I'm hoping to God they fixed it in the next game because it was like, so the game uses like 30%, 70% of that was DRM.
But you understand that they had some engine changes, they had some improvements, it was a different kind of Assassin's Creed, but that's their first outing. This is their second outing.
It was
what I'm telling you is they're going to be able to... It was the DRM?
It was all the DRM. They had 5 DRMs running.
Okay,
Believe the hype,
that's crazy. That's
Believe the hype.
I'm reserving judgment, dude.
Oh, yeah, you want Del to believe in it, Del, you can pick between male or female. What are you going to pick?
I'll probably do a hot chick.
Yeah, and guess what? It's kind of cool that you know, because this is Ubisoft and Assassin's Creed was saying, well, females are too hard to animate because your boobies is hard, jiggle fit. All that shit is gone.
They strap them down.
You can pick the female character if you want, and she's pretty awesome. But, you know, the deeper RPG mechanics, the dialogue options, the move away from the Abstergo stuff, or what is it called? It's still in there, and I'm mad at it. I'm like, I'm so fucking tired of this shit. Please shut the fuck up with the future.
I just don't care about it
Stop
anymore.
taking me out of the world, because I've always wanted an open world sort of Spartan adventure. When 300 came out, I was like, I want to play this game, but I don't want to play a movie license game because they're garbage. This is that, and Assassin's Creed Odyssey jumped up in my list. Most excited about list, top 15 after E3, after getting hands on it, went to number 8. It's in top 10. That's how much I'm looking forward to this. I am in. Just as excited as I was for Assassin's Creed Black Flag, which I think, sadly, we never reviewed. No. Wow, that's our fault. We reviewed that one right before that, where I was dressed up in the silly outfit with the thing. But this one we'll review, because I even got the helmet. The enemy outnumber us 3-1, a paltry number, for today we died in hell. We will take victory and clutch the freedom for our people from tyranny of the Athenians. Sparta will live on. I'm ready.
So we have our costume ready.
You have our costume ready already.
All you need is a red blanket. You're done.
Yeah, sweet. I just need no costume ready. I gotta buy all the other pieces, Joe. Shit. All right. Anyways, so that's what they ended it on, Assassin's Creed Odyssey, and I'm telling you, it kind of gives outward impression of what Dell's feeling. Man, this just looks like fucking Origins. You're just derivative. You're doing that. But when you get your hand on it, it's like, yeah, man, this is fucking sweet, man. I'm telling you, man, you're gonna enjoy it. You're gonna enjoy it, and you're gonna make
a believer out of you.
Yeah. You're gonna be like, wow, this is much better than Origins, and I like the time period better, and I think the deeper RPG elements and the dialogue options added to it. Okay, and we're done. So, Ubisoft Press Conference. Joe, what did you think?
You're probably going to think I'm very biased on this one because of a certain game. Right?
Yeah, Skull and Bones.
No, they actually did present a lot of games that I was pretty happy to see. Yeah. Especially a surprise one, Beyond Good and Evil 2, which came out of nowhere for me. Yeah. The presentation was great, besides that one thing, but no really technical issues. I'm going to give this a 7.
Yeah.
I'm at a 7.
I'm at a 7 as well. 7 out of 10, which ties Bethesda. And I know I said that Bethesda wins the conference, but I got to be honest, Ubisoft did a great job. They had a positive vibe. I think that in terms of getting that feeling of the developers really enjoying their games and passionate and showing them off in a positive way. I actually think that Ubisoft did a little bit better job than Bethesda. Sure, Bethesda had the Wendy's welcome to Wendy's company.
No, the Wendy's.
Thing at the
You know, the day one when you go to or when you work for a company and they sit you through training in day one and they make you watch that seminar video. Where like, here at Wendy's, we're a family.
I'm Wendy's.
You're part of the Wendy's fam.
I'm Wendy's. You're Wendy's. Right. But anyway, but that came through in a genuine way without a video to sort of tout it. So it's a tie, in my opinion. I think Bethesda and Ubisoft did both a great job. I would have gave it to Bethesda by far if they showed more for Starfield and they showed more for Elder Scrolls 6.
I'm so excited for it.
I know, me too. That's why when I was tweeting, I was like, they won, hands down, because I was in the hype. But now when you're out of the hype, you're like, oh shit, that was just logos. And so
my head's too big.
That's all right.
I'm not a good Spartan.
Hey, that actually looks badass on him right there. See? Nah, it fits.
Call me Beardonitis.
Beardonitis. Is that a condition?
I was about to say,
a condition.
It sounds like a disease.
Ah, my helmet.
We'll see you guys on the next Angry Joe Show. Bye, guys.